Sounds like some pretty interesting theatre going on in our city, so make sure that you check that out. But let's get back to the real reason why I'm stood here in Eastfield Park. If some of you out there thought that the end of the summer meant the end of the festival season, then you are wrong, and I'm about to blow your mind with what's happening here this weekend. That's right, Eastfield Park is host to Tokyo World, which features several stages of all the music you would probably want to hear. We've got garage, breakbeat, hip-hop, electro, house, and that's not it. The main event, probably one of the most exciting features of Tokyo World, is this thing, this big 50-foot volcano that's here in the background. It's gonna be erupting when the DJs are playing in there. All the bands and the acts are gonna be playing in that little hole there. I'm not quite sure what they're gonna be using for lava. I hope it's not real. Maybe it's vodka Red Bull. Who knows? Sounds great. But let's check out the lineup. Over on the main stage, otherwise known as the live stage, we've got all the headliners like Roots Maneuver, a DJ set from Mike Skinner, and Bristol band Koshin are back in the city for the first time in a while. And don't forget, this is all happening in a 50-foot volcano, so it's going to be something not to miss. Next up, this stage is run by the Shapes Collective that's recently taken the Southwest by storm. On this stage, you're going to be able to see Jeff Mills and Paul Woolford. The purveyors of all things house, Shapes have some seriously talented resident DJs, so if house and techno is your thing, then head to Shapes. Then we've got the Al Fresco Disco. Since their start in 2005, they've created some of the most eagerly anticipated club nights. They've done pop-up clubs on Western Pier and in the mountains. It's a big lineup over on the Blast stage. These guys are at the forefront of Bristol's bass underground scene. But it's not just bass. They've got dubstep, house and grime. Tokyo Hi-Fi is an exciting new project from the guys at Tokyo World. Here you'll find acts that pay homage to the sound system culture with acts like Dutty Girl and Souk Knight. Then it's Mutiny, who started off in the late 90s as a jungle event in Bristol. After a hiatus and a return in 2013, they've gone from strength to strength, and they'll be bringing you Hazard, Calix and TB, Despicable Youth, Shabba D and many more. That sounds like a pretty sweet lineup to me. So it is actually a festival in the autumn. So how about I give you guys that are coming here this weekend my autumn festival weather report. So the weather for the 26th of September down at Eastfield Park here in Bristol isn't looking too bad as it stands. At about 12 p.m. when the festival starts to really get going, the clouds are going to be in the sky, I'm afraid, but that's not too bad because it's a nice 15 degrees Celsius, which isn't too bad for this time of year. As the day goes on, coming up to about 2 p.m, the clouds are gone and it's mostly sunny. How fantastic is that? And then we're sort of at around 16, 17 degrees, and it'll stay like that until the sun starts to go down, when you might want to bring yourself a jacket, because at this time of the year when the sun goes down it's going to get colder. But I've seen a few anomalies on the weather map that I'm going to have to go through with you now, so listen up. Okay, so around about when it starts to go dark, we've got a couple of sick beats coming in from the west from Mike Skinner, then a front from Koshin of Six Sounds coming up from this way, so make sure you're down and in the dance floor for that one. And then kind of a big Jamie.Lowe weather warning that I have to make sure you are all aware of. I don't think we're ever going to see a storm of good music and like people dancing and craziness that's going to be seen in Bristol for quite some time. So make sure you are down for this weather event at the after party at Motion. Don't miss it. Now let's cross over to Jamie.Lowe and see how we can get some tickets for this festival. Well, thanks for that weather report, Jamie. Well, it sounds like we're going to have some pretty decent weather down here at Eastfield Park, and that even better lineup is going to turn it into a pretty brilliant day. I'm certainly going to be here, and there's still some tickets left, so if you want to join me, feel free. To get your hands on the tickets, you're going to have to go to the website, www.tokyoworld.org, and if you get some, make sure you tweet me at Jamielowetv. I'd love to hear from you. But that brings us to the end of today's Source. Thanks for joining us. Tune in tomorrow because we're going to be catching up with a pretty famous pianist, and we're going to be finding out about Made in Bristol's brand new music show. But until then, if you want to get in touch with us, the details of how to do so are on your screen below. But apart from that, we'll see you tomorrow.